Hey guys, it's Sydney at Treadmill Review Guru. Today I'm checking out the AssaultBike Pro X. It has replaced the popular AssaultBike Pro, and it's the first air bike with a belt drive from Assault Fitness. But how does it compare to Assault's other bikes? Let's find out. So if you're familiar with the AssaultBike Pro, you'll notice that the Pro X has the same frame and design. The Pro X is a bit beefier than the AssaultBike Classic, but it's not as beefy as the AssaultBike Elite. It's a mid-range model, and its footprint is 51.7 inches long, 24.5 inches wide, and 52.5 inches tall. The Pro X has a commercial grade steel frame, and it feels really similar in quality to the higher end Elite model. And it's made for home use and commercial settings. And even when we crank on the handles, it doesn't rock from side to side, while the AssaultBike Classic tends to do this. The Pro X is heavier than the Classic. It weighs 125 pounds versus just 95 pounds, but it's not as heavy as the Elite, which weighs 139 pounds. And the Pro X handles users up to 330 pounds, so it can work for most. The Pro X is also fairly easy to move. It has two front wheels underneath the front floor stabilizer, so when you lift up the back stabilizer, those wheels engage to be able to move it around pretty easily. And the fan on the front is where you get resistance to move the pedals and handlebars against. It's a 27-inch steel fan, just like the AssaultBike Elites, and it has 6 steel fan blades in it. And if you aren't familiar with how air bikes work, when you start pedaling, the fan blades move and air is sucked into the vents in the fan for those blades to push against. And what's great about air bikes is that the harder you work, the more air gets sucked into the fan, so it creates more resistance, so you don't have to worry about the resistance capping out. It's unlimited, so you don't have to worry about outworking this bike, which really makes it great for HIIT training. We're a little disappointed that it doesn't include a little removable wind guard like the Elite. Wind guard just sits right here, and that blocks the air from hitting you when you're pedaling. So if you plan on using the Pro X in a garage gym in the winter, you'll probably want to purchase a wind guard separately. The Pro X is unique to Assault Fitness because it has a belt drive system. So this is what connects the pedals to the fan. And all other Assault bikes, including the previous AssaultBike Pro, have chain drives that use a metal chain to connect the pedals to the fan. And chains require more maintenance than belts because they need to be tightened and lubricated every so often, while belts require really little to no maintenance. And belts are also much quieter than chains and make for a smooth pedal and handle stroke, while chains can feel a little bit gritty. And the grittiness is definitely not a bad thing. I think it just comes down to personal preference. And this is also true on rowing machines. And when pedaling a chain drive air bike like the AssaultBike Elite, you can hear a grinding sound in the chain while the belt is quiet on the Pro X. The Pro X still generates noise from the fan, so it might not be suitable for some homes, but it's still a lot quieter than most. And I'm going to hop on the Pro X and the Elite so you can hear them and hear the difference side by side a little bit later in this video, so stick around for that. And the pedals are pretty standard for air bikes. They're metal and they're flat with little small cleats so your feet don't slip, and they can work with athletic shoes, and you can pedal with them forward and backward. And the AssaultBike Pro gives you a total body workout, so the handles move in conjunction with the pedals, so once you start pedaling, those handlebars start moving, and these handles they have a nice texture so they don't feel slippery, especially when you get sweaty. And if you're like me, I get really sweaty when I'm using air bikes. And they also feel slim enough for me to be able to wrap my hands around while using them. There's also 2 metal foot pegs that are on either side of the fan for you to rest your feet on. So if you just want to burn out your upper body and isolate it, you can rest your feet there. They're knurled like a barbell or a dumbbell to help keep your feet from slipping off of them. And finally, the seat, I really like it. It has a nice amount of cushion with some give, and then this mesh coating doesn't feel slippery or sticky. The AssaultBike Elite has one of my least favorite seats because it's hard and it feels slippery, especially against my leggings, so I tend to slide a little bit forward on it. And our team found the Pro X seat to be a lot more comfortable. It's also wide enough to give you a good base of support. And while I love the seat, I wish that it could be lowered just another notch or two. I'm only about 5'1", and guys, I have some pretty short legs. And even at the lowest setting, the seat still feels a little bit tall for me. The Elite in comparison has a longer seat post and more adjustability for shorter folks, which I'm gonna get into a little bit later on in this video and have both bikes side by side so you can see what I'm talking about. But to finish out the construction, the AssaultBike Pro X comes with a fair warranty from Assault with a 7-year warranty for the frame and 3-year warranty for non-wear parts. So like other air bikes, the Pro X has a battery-powered console, so it doesn't require electricity to use. And it has the same console as the AssaultBike Elite. The console tracks your time, estimated calories, distance, speed, watts, RPMs, and heart rate with a compatible heart rate monitor. And it has workout settings like intervals for Tabata training and inverted Tabatas and custom interval trainings so you can create your own. So it has these little rest work sections. This little light will light up depending on the portion of the interval that you're in. And you can also do targeted training to set different time, distance, calorie, and target heart rate goals. Overall, the console is pretty straightforward and intuitive to use, and it's Bluetooth enabled, so you can connect it to the Assault Fitness app. It would be nice if it had a little more app connectivity, but it does everything that it needs to do. There's also this little small shelf for you to set your phone on, and then it has this plastic holder on the top for your water bottle up here, and then you can also slip your phone or another small item into this pocket. All right, I know I've already mentioned the Elite, but here it is so you can have a little side-by-side comparison, and I'm about to hop on both of them to let you see and hear them in action. As far as quality, they're very similar and they feel similar to use. It's really just the seat adjustability where we noticed more of a difference. So I did some measuring to help give you an idea of the seat adjustability on both bikes. We usually do this in our indoor cycling bike reviews, but it's relevant here too. And like I said earlier, I'm a shorter person who is only about 5'1", and I find the Pro X's seat to just be a little bit too high for me at its lowest setting. So I've moved it down to the lowest notch, which is notch 1. On the Elite though, I can use it at the second lowest setting, so it's on number 2. So I have a little extra room to work with, and I think people a couple inches shorter than me could probably use the Elite as well. So for the leg span, which is measured from the top of the seat to the top of the lowest pedal, when the seat's all the way down and all the way up, ranges from 28 to 38 inches on the Elite, while it's 31 to 39 inches on the Pro X. So while you have a little extra height to work with on the Pro X, the seat doesn't lower quite as much. I also measured the reach, measured this from the nose of the saddle to the arm of the console, just to kind of give you an average since both the handles move, with the seat all the way forward and all the way back. And the Elite has a reach of 12 inches to 17 inches, and the Pro has a reach of 10 inches to 14 inches. So it does adjust a little bit more forward than the Elite, but it doesn't adjust as far back. So I would like to see more adjustability down on the seat post and back, just on a future update of the Pro X. With that said, I think the Pro X can work for most people, of most heights, but might not be ideal if you're under 5 foot. Okay, so now I'm gonna hop on the AssaultBike Pro X and the AssaultBike Elite so you can see and hear them both. But first, make sure to like and subscribe. We have a lot of great content coming your way. So here I am starting on the AssaultBike Elite. And here I am on the AssaultBike Pro X. Thanks for watching our review of the AssaultBike Pro X air bike. We really like that this bike has a belt drive system, so it really helps cut down on the noise and it's low maintenance. The fan is large and it has steel fan blades to provide an unlimited amount of resistance to work against when you pedal and move those handles, so it's really great for high intensity workouts. And this bike is durable and it's solid and can handle users up to 330 pounds. The seat is also really comfortable and it has an LCD console that has workout options and it doesn't require electricity to use. Plus it comes with a water bottle holder and a storage tray and also a little shelf for your phone. Some things to keep in mind is that the seat post doesn't quite go low enough for shorter users and it doesn't come with a wind guard to go on the fan so the air blows back at you. But overall, the Pro X is a really welcome addition to Assault's lineup of air bikes, and I'm really glad to see that they've added a bike with a belt drive. To learn more, head over to treadmillreviewguru.com. I have a full written review with our experience using the Pro X with even more details. And for the current price, you can check the link in the description. And if this bike is for you, we'd love for you to purchase using that link. It really helps us out so we can keep making reviews at no extra cost to you. And make sure to like and subscribe. We have a lot of great content coming your way. I'm Sydney at Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.